What up, YouTube? Timmy's here. Since this month I'm doing my reviews for past August films, here's my review for a family favorite of mine, and that is the 1994 film Babe. Of course, this is a movie about Pig, and I just saw the Cajun movie Pig not so long ago, so I sort of had Babe in my mind because I was thinking some of my favorite movies that involving pigs. Obviously, you can't go wrong with Miss Piggy. You can't go wrong with I don't know, with loads of Porky Pig. Most recent Space Jam: New Legacy, and so but one of the best on-screen pigs will always be Babe from Babe. Now this movie is about this gentle farmer named Arthur Hager, played by James Cromwell, who wins this piglet named Babe, who by the way is voiced by Christine Cavanaugh. You might not recognize the name Christine Cavanaugh, but you might recognize her voice. She actually voiced Chucky on Rugrats, and not to mention she also voiced Dexter on Dexter's Laboratory. Sadly, she is no longer with us, but she was so good in Babe. Like her voice, spoken for the Babe role was really cool. But anyway, of course, Arthur wins, Babe at this county fair. Who's, and of course, not only escaping his fate at like Christmas there when a farmer Harry decides to show him the next fair, and so like Babe also ends up bonding with this motherly border named who's this cauliflower voiced by Marie Margulies, and he also discovers that he can shoot her sheep in on, and so there's also like of course Babe ends up being friends with some other iconic characters, obviously the Fly, you got Hugo Weaving voicing Rex, who's this like a sheepdog. You got like this a horse in it. You got a rooster. Yeah, Babe, did have some really cool like effects at times. The movie actually scored a couple of Oscar nominations too. I believe James Cromwell not won, but got nominated for Best Actor if I'm not mistaken. He was so good in this film, so it was deserving there. Of course, he did do a sequel, Babe 2, something. To be honest, I was never really a fan of the sequel, but the first film is a childhood favorite of mine. The film was, of course, shot in Robertson, New Wales, Australia. So there's that. The visual effects they had in this was really cool. Especially at the time because visual effects was like, yeah, they did do iconic visual effects in the '90s with Jurassic Park, but the visual effects wasn't as great as they are today nowadays. But anyway, yeah, the voices were definitely really cool here. You also had like some cool humor roles by James Cromwell, by loads of other actors and characters in this. This definitely has some really cool moments in this. Obviously, Babe's La 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 moment is really iconic. I remember I actually used to own this on a VHS. Don't really have it anymore, but still, Babe is definitely a really it's really cute, charming. It's very inspirational. Definitely one of the like, the '90s had some really iconic movies with animals. By the way, animals was pretty much everywhere in the '90s. Whether it was Air Bud, whether it was whether it was something like Free Willy, etc., or whether it was Flipper. Babe was definitely one of the best ones in my opinion. I remember watching this thing as a kid. This movie actually made me fall in love with pigs, And yeah, Babe is definitely well worth checking out. Imagine they do a remake of Babe right now. I don't know if it'll be as good as the original, but yeah, Babe. Yeah, this movie's definitely like you're also going to be put in tears with this film too. So yeah, it was of course released by Universal Pictures at that time. It was released on this day on August 4th, 1995. Its box office gross was 254.1 million. Did pretty well in the box office there. Uh, the narration was pretty good. It is, of course, actually based on a book, so there's that too. So yeah, if you guys have never really seen Babe, give it a go. It's such a really iconic childhood based film. Anyway, let me leave you guys. Have you ever seen the 1995 film Babe? If so, what show? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Samuel signing out.